So, you want to learn about Asian dragons? Welcome to Asian Dragons 101, where we introduce you to the majestic world of these incredible creatures. Asian dragons are known for their wisdom, immense strength, and benevolent nature. Revered across various cultures in Asia, they embody power and prosperity. These legendary beings are depicted in myriad ways, from the noble Chinese Yong to the divine Japanese Ryujin, each variation rich with its own unique lore and symbolism. Chinese dragons, known as Yong, are perhaps the most iconic representation of Asian dragons. They are typically portrayed with long, serpentine bodies that symbolize power and fluidity. Yong often have 4 legs, each with sharp claws, and their bodies are covered in scales that can shimmer in a variety of colors. A distinctive feature of the Yong is their antler-like horns, which give them a majestic and regal appearance. Their faces are often adorned with whiskers, a beard, and expressive eyes that convey wisdom and authority. Additionally, the Yong may possess a combination of reptilian and mammalian features, such as a lion-like mane running down their backs. Chinese dragons are renowned for their control over water and weather. They are believed to be the bringers of rain, essential for agriculture and prosperity. Yong can summon storms, control rivers, and even create clouds. They are also known for their ability to fly, despite lacking wings, symbolizing their transcendence and divine nature. Yong are considered protectors and bringers of luck, often associated with imperial power and authority. The earliest known references to Chinese dragons, or Yong, date back to ancient Chinese texts and artifacts. One of the most significant early texts is the Shanhai Jing, classic of mountains and seas, compiled between the 4th century BCE and the 2nd century CE. This text contains detailed descriptions of various mythical creatures, including dragons. Additionally, dragon motifs have been found on pottery, jade carvings, and bronze artifacts from the Neolithic period, dating as far back as 5000 BCE. One of the most notable legends is that of the Dragon King, a ruler of the sea and controller of rain and floods. The Dragon King is often depicted as a wise and just ruler who interacts with gods, heroes, and humans. Dragons also appear in numerous other Chinese myths, symbolizing wisdom, protection, and good fortune. In Chinese culture, dragons are revered as symbols of power, wisdom, and protection. They are associated with the emperor, who is often referred to as the son of the dragon. Dragons are central to many Chinese festivals and rituals, including the Dragon Boat Festival, where dragon-shaped boats are raced to honor the dragon and ensure a bountiful harvest. Dragon imagery is also prevalent in Chinese art, architecture, and literature, reflecting their importance in Chinese spiritual and cultural life. Historical accounts of sightings and encounters with Chinese dragons, or Yong, are abundant in Chinese folklore and ancient texts. One famous account comes from the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, where it was recorded that a dragon appeared in the countryside of modern-day Sichuan province. Witnesses described a massive serpentine creature with shimmering scales and a majestic presence. This sighting was considered a good omen, signifying the favor of the heavens. Another well-documented encounter occurred during the Tang Dynasty, 618-907 CE. The renowned poet Li Bai wrote about a dragon sighting near the Yellow River, describing it as a colossal being emerging from the water, surrounded by mist and rainbows. Such accounts were often interpreted as signs of divine approval or impending change, reflecting the deep cultural significance of dragons in Chinese society. In contemporary times, reports of dragon-like creatures continue to surface in China, often blending folklore with modern urban legends. In 2012, a video purportedly showing a dragon flying over the Shaoshan airport in Hangzhou went viral, sparking widespread speculation and interest. While skeptics dismissed it as a hoax or misidentified object, the incident highlights the enduring fascination with dragons in Chinese culture. The Japanese dragon, or Ryujin, shares many similarities with its Chinese counterpart, but also has unique characteristics. Ryujin are often depicted as enormous, serpentine creatures with elongated bodies covered in scales. They typically have 4 legs with sharp clawed feet and a pair of large flowing whiskers on their faces. Unlike the antler-like horns of the Chinese Yong, Ryujin often have more streamlined, serpent-like heads with prominent horns that curve backward. Ryujin are also associated with water in the sea, and they are believed to reside in underwater palaces adorned with coral and precious gems. Ryujin are powerful deities of the sea and are believed to control tides, currents, and marine life. They have the ability to summon storms and typhoons, reflecting their immense power over the natural world. Ryujin can also shapeshift into human form, allowing them to interact with humans and influence events on land. As symbols of wisdom and protection, they are revered in coastal communities and are often invoked for safe passage and bountiful catches. Japanese dragons, or Ryujin, appear in some of the earliest Japanese texts, such as the Kojiki, Records of Ancient Matters, and the Nihon Shoki, Chronicles of Japan, both compiled in the 8th century. These texts recount myths and legends involving Ryujin, the dragon god of the sea. Ryujin is often depicted as a powerful deity residing in an underwater palace, interacting with both gods and humans. Artistic depictions of Ryujin can also be found in ancient Japanese paintings and sculptures, showcasing the dragon's importance in Japanese mythology and art. Ryujin, the dragon god of the sea, plays a significant role in Japanese mythology. One famous legend involves Ryujin giving magical jewels to the hero Huri, granting him control over the tides. Ryujin's palace, Ryugujo, is depicted as a magnificent underwater castle made of coral and precious stones. Ryujin's interactions with gods and humans highlight his power and influence over the sea and its creatures. Another notable story is the tale of the Empress Jingu, who was said to have received divine guidance from Ryujin before her conquest of Korea. Dragons are revered in coastal communities, where fishermen pray to Ryujin for safe passage and abundant catches. Ryujin is also associated with the imperial family in Shinto rituals. Dragon imagery is common in Japanese art and architecture, often depicted in shrines and temples dedicated to sea deities. In Japanese folklore, there are several historical accounts of encounters with Ryujin, the dragon god of the sea. One notable tale involves the 8th century emperor Jimmu, who claimed to have seen a dragon while on a voyage to Kyushu. The dragon was said to have emerged from the sea, its scales glistening in the sunlight, and guided the emperor's ship to safety. Another famous account from the Heian period, 794–1185 CE, describes a dragon sighting at Lake Biwa. According to the legend, a massive dragon emerged from the lake during a severe drought, bringing with it much-needed rain. This event was seen as a divine intervention by Ryujin, reinforcing the dragon's role as a powerful water deity. Modern sightings of dragon-like creatures in Japan are often reported during festivals or special events. For instance, during the annual Daon Matsuri in Kyoto, locals and tourists have claimed to see dragon-like apparitions in the sky, which they interpret as Ryujin blessing the festival. Additionally, occasional reports of sea serpent-like creatures off the coast of Japan are sometimes linked to dragon lore, perpetuating the mythological presence of Ryujin in contemporary times. Korean dragons, or Yong, are closely related to the Chinese lung, but have some distinct differences. Yong are depicted with long, sinuous bodies and 4 legs, each with sharp claws. They are often shown with a broad, expressive face, featuring long whiskers, a beard, and large, fierce eyes. One unique feature of the Korean Yong is the presence of a Yo-Wi-Ju, or dragon orb, which they are often depicted holding or chasing. This orb symbolizes power, wisdom, and control over natural elements. Yong are also adorned with antler-like horns and a flowing mane, similar to their Chinese counterparts. Korean dragons share many of the same abilities as their Chinese counterparts, including control over water and weather. Yong are also believed to bring rain and are associated with agricultural fertility. They can fly without wings, symbolizing their celestial nature and divine power. The presence of the dragon orb, or Yo-Wi-Ju, further enhances their mystical abilities, representing their control over natural elements and their role as guardians of wisdom and prosperity. Korean dragons, or Yong, are prominently featured in Korean mythology and historical texts. References to dragons can be found in ancient Korean literature, such as the Samguk Yusa, memorabilia of the Three Kingdoms, and the Samguk Sagi, History of the Three Kingdoms, both compiled in the 12th century. These texts describe the divine origins of Korean dragons and their association with water, agriculture, and kingship. Dragon motifs are also prevalent in ancient Korean artifacts, including pottery, murals, and royal regalia, highlighting their cultural and historical significance. Korean dragons are often depicted as protectors and bringers of rain, essential for agriculture and prosperity. In Korean mythology, dragons are believed to have divine origins and are associated with water and natural elements. One notable legend is the story of King Munmu, who wished to become a dragon after death to protect Korea from invaders. According to the legend, his spirit transformed into a dragon and continued to guard the nation. Dragons also appear in other myths and folktales, symbolizing power, wisdom, and protection. Dragons play a central role in Korean festivals and rituals, where they are honored to ensure rain and good harvests. Dragon imagery is prevalent in Korean art and architecture, including palace decorations, tomb murals, and traditional paintings. Historical sightings of Korean dragons, or Yong, are often tied to significant events in royal lineage. One such account from the Goryeo dynasty, 918–1392 CE, tells of a dragon appearing to General Gangamchan before a crucial battle against the Khitan invaders. The dragon, believed to be a guardian spirit, was seen as a harbinger of victory and divine protection. Another notable sighting occurred during the Joseon dynasty, 1392–1897 CE, when King Sejong the Great reportedly saw a dragon in his dreams. This vision was interpreted by court scholars as a sign of his righteous and wise rule, further cementing the dragon's association with Korean kingship and divine favor. In South Korea, modern sightings of dragon-like creatures are rare but not unheard of. Urban legends occasionally emerge, particularly around the Han River in Seoul, where some locals claim to have seen mysterious, dragon-like forms in the water. These stories are often shared on social media. If you like Asian dragons, here are some other creatures you can check out. European dragons, while sharing some similarities with Asian dragons, have distinct differences in appearance and symbolic meanings. European dragons are typically depicted as winged, fire-breathing creatures with 4 legs and a more lizard-like or serpentine body. They are often portrayed as malevolent beings, hoarding treasure and causing destruction. In Western mythology, dragons symbolize chaos, danger, and greed, and are frequently depicted as adversaries to be vanquished by heroes. Quetzalcoatl is a feathered serpent deity from Mesoamerican mythology, particularly revered by the Aztecs and other pre-Columbian civilizations. Quetzalcoatl, whose name means feathered serpent, is depicted as a serpent covered in feathers and often portrayed with a human face or features. This deity is associated with wind, air, and learning, and is considered a creator god who played a key role in the creation of humanity. Quetzalcoatl shares similarities with Asian dragons in its association with wisdom and benevolence. However, the feathered aspect and its role as a god of wind and air distinguish Quetzalcoatl from the primarily water-associated Asian dragons. Imugi are lesser dragon-like creatures from Korean mythology that have the potential to transform into full-fledged dragons, or Yong, after gaining power and age. Imugi are often depicted as large, serpentine beings that reside in bodies of water or remote caves. According to legend, Imugi must live for 1,000 years and undergo significant trials to become true dragons. This transformation symbolizes growth, perseverance, and the attainment of great power and wisdom. Imugi are seen as benevolent and auspicious beings, and their journey to becoming dragons reflects the themes of evolution and enlightenment present in many mythological traditions. Asian dragons, with their majestic forms and legendary powers, have deeply influenced Asian cultures and mythology. These revered beings symbolize wisdom, strength, and prosperity, and continue to captivate imaginations through stories, festivals, and modern media. If you enjoyed this exploration into dragon lore, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mythical adventures. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.